What up, y'all? Appreciate you hanging out, showing up, hanging out, listening to my dumb ass, like and subscribe. So anyway, just today, earlier today, I saw Destin Legary. He popped up with a video talking about boop 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 boop. Class action. I can't words today. Class action lawsuit against your boys at Sony. Now this is a British lawsuit, and they do things a little different over there on the Britain side. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is like the conception is right that Sony has this giant fan base in Britain, and they're strong over there. Not Britain per se, but Europe. You know what I mean? And this is a British thing, I believe. It's pounds. And how much is it? 5 billion pounds. So the pound to dollar exchange rate, I think is 1 pound to $1.18. So let's just round it close to, it's $5 billion. Okay, let's just say that, okay? So the people of Britain, class action lawsuited PlayStation. Now you wonder why. Why are they doing this? Why? What did Sony do? Sony's so innocent, right? No, this is what happened. During the PlayStation 4 era, according to the report that I heard from the dude that I heard it from, and during the PlayStation 4 era, I think this goes back to 2016, I believe, and Sony, they increased the prices of digital goods content, whether it's games or add-ons, from the PlayStation, from their store, basically. I think it was a 30% hike or something. And I don't know how they got away with it. I don't know what the deal was with that. You know, I don't know the minutiae and all that, but there is a class action lawsuit against PlayStation. Now that lawsuit happened in America, but it was thrown out because of lack of evidence or something. I'm gonna say somebody got paid. I'm just saying. You see how dirty somebody is doing this generation, right? They've been doing dirty for a minute. Last generation too. How you think they won? Because Xbox gave it to them. That's how they won. But now all the little skeleton bones is tumbling out the closet. Oops. Pushing back, Jim Ryan. You can't show them all those bad things. So, 5 billion pounds, $5 billion of a lawsuit. I just got attacked by a leaf. $5 billion class action lawsuit. The people of Britannia, I guess Albion or something, I don't know. And it seems like there is more information. There seems like there's more evidence because of the recent findings from the epic Apple battle. PlayStation's Dirty Dirt came out. You know, the whole charging for crossplay and all that stuff. You know, it shows a behavior of this. So it's not like, oh, we're not like that. No, you've proven that you are like this. You know, it wasn't a case against you per se, but it was information about your company that came to light that you know you didn't want to come to light, and it came to light, and now it's biting you in the ass. That plus $10 upgrades. They hiked up all the prices for the games, right? Then they just said, yeah, no free upgrades. Yeah, we're not doing that no more. You know, then they lied about everything they've been doing this generation under the leadership of, I guess, Jim Ryan, has been not beneficial to the consumers, to the fan base, to the PlayStation brand per se. Maybe they're making money right now, but they're not paving any beautiful golden or new roads for the future for themselves. They're not doing that. They're doing the exact opposite. They're like booby trapping and cursing themselves for anguish and rough times ahead. Maybe they're gonna pay some politicians off for them to, you know, not do this, not have this go through. Who knows? You know how politics are. But I mean, there's a class action lawsuit. Hopefully it goes through. Hopefully Sony has to pay $5 billion. It's not, I mean, you know, it's a lot of money. Let's be real. You know, they could have bought another Bungie and a half with that. So, you know, it's just another illustration of how ponies and donkey unicorns, they're not going to be frustrated or whatever. They're just going to be like, they're going to cap and be like, no, and they're going to say, it didn't pass in the U.S., so something's right, something's wrong, blah, 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 right? Whatever. They're going to create whatever narrative they need to create in order for Sony to be the good guys. All I'm saying is Microsoft, Nintendo, Sony, Epic, Apple, all these giant corporations are just that. They're giant corporations. Now, how they act for us is the deciding factor whether I mess with them or not. You know what I mean? Microsoft this generation has been pretty good. They haven't been perfect. I ain't gonna say anybody's perfect, but you look at everybody, Microsoft's been pretty good. Nintendo, they haven't, they have a history of being, Sony is literally doing what Nintendo used to do back in the NES days. That's a whole nother video. That's history right there. We're not gonna go through that. But Nintendo is tainted. If you're a Nintendo fan, go back and look at the history of Nintendo and get that information so you know the facts about the company that you're supporting, that you love. You love their games and stuff, and that's fine, but you got to look at what the person, if you want corporation, the person, and Nintendo ain't a good person. I'm just saying. Or they weren't a good person. Anyway, this, again, is another illustration of Sony's demise at their own hand. It's about their behavior in the industry. It's about them just focusing on profit, making profit, and not the health of the industry, the future health of the industry. They're just like, oh, we're gonna block these fools from making games, or we're gonna block. It doesn't make sense. If you want the industry to thrive and to grow and to be stronger and bigger, you have to do business like that. Look at back in the day, Atari, right? Atari 2600. They put so much crap out on their system that, it crashed. The video game system literally crashed, and Nintendo came to save the day. But luckily for the Genesis, it was in shaky waters too. But like I said, Nintendo had it locked because they were doing what Sony's doing right now. So even though the industry right now is way more giant than it was before, it's still not impervious to, those dark times, failure or crashing. That is possible. I've lived through that, and it wasn't fun. I was like, oh, that's not, when the Dreamcast died, when they canceled, when Phil, what's his name? Wow, I forgot his name. When he canceled the Dreamcast, I was very upset. I stopped video gaming for about a year and a half until the Xbox. No, it's about 2 years. I stopped video gaming. The Dreamcast, they canceled the Dreamcast. I bought the Dreamcast $99.99. They canceled it like 18 months later. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take a break. That's when I was going to clubs and doing the club thing for a minute. And it took me a minute. My brother bought an Xbox. He showed me Halo. I was like, oh, okay. And then I looked into it. It's like, oh, they got some Sega games. Oh, am I back? And I'm gonna get on an Xbox. And so that's why I'm an Xbot, if you will. Your ponies like to use that. I'm not really an Xbot, but I lean Xbox, so whatever. But that's why. I saw the PlayStation. I was like, it's cool. It wasn't bad, but certain things about Japanese games. Quick tangent. Yu Suzuki was the reason why I fell in love with video games, Space Harrier and all that. But that was arcade stuff, and it was a simpler time. A lot of JRPGs. I played a few. I didn't play Final Fantasy. I played Phantasy Star because I was a Sega guy. Phantasy Star 2. I was like, yes, let's go. Then Phantasy Star 3. I was like, Then Phantasy Star 4. I was like, whatever. I can't with you anymore. Even though it was pretty good, I was done at that point. And I was going into more racing games. Anyway, the point is that my Xbox fandom stems from my Sega fandom because the Dreamcast was the grandfather of the Xbox 360, literally. It was the father of the Xbox. If you look at the architecture, they're, I don't want to say dissimilar, but Windows 3.1, yada yada yada. Point is, Sony's bad. They're doing bad things. They're doing bad things, and that's why it's crazy. You know, that's what I'm saying. So, you know, keep your eye out on Sony. Let's try to predict what the next crazy Sony thing will happen, because it just keeps happening. It's like, okay, Sony law. What else is another sexual harassment case gonna pop up or something? I don't know. Who they're gonna close the studio or something? Who knows? Anyway, appreciate y'all hanging out, showing out. Like, subscribe. Yo, go in the comments. Like I said, I read all your comments, Corey and all of y'all. You know what I'm saying? Omegas. And Massive Rect and all y'all. That's a good name. Yeah, man, just keep it coming. I'm gonna try to get some more lengthy responses on that, but you know, I'm a little scatterbrained sometimes. So, but I appreciate y'all for real, and I'll see you on the next one too.